Under 40 CEOs drive your ambition. The right people are extremely important to any business. Tolu Adeusi keeps it real and honest with his mentee, Joshua, as they drive our ambition in this riveting episode. Fasten your seatbelts. It's about to be a fast and enjoyable ride.
Hi everyone, you're welcome to the Under 40 CEO Drive Your Ambition, powered by Mr. Bushi and Samsung. I have here with me Joshua. And Joshua, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Eragbie Joshua. I am a photographer. I'm based in Lagos.
Okay, it's so good to meet you, Joshua. And this is actually a very beautiful car to drive. I've just been enjoying the cruise. Quite compact and looks very, very interesting to me. But of course, Joshua, so how did you get on this show?
I saw the application online for entrepreneurs to apply for the Drive Your Ambition competition, and I applied. I participated in the online challenge, and I'm one of the 6 lucky winners to.
Wow, lucky you! Well. Okay, so how is business generally within Nigerian climate for you?
It's been well, and also it's been tough, especially in terms of access to funding, and also when you are even able to access the funding, purchasing equipment can be very problematic in terms of exchange rates. So the cost of equipment is quite very high, yes, and also access to the market. That is new clients, so it's quite very challenging.
Wow. Well, it's normal for things to be challenging as an entrepreneur, but of course, you have to be able to surmount all of these challenges. So tell me, what would you like to know about entrepreneurship?
Okay, I have a couple of questions I'd like to ask.
Okay.
Precisely.
No problem.
The first question is, what have been your most significant failures, and what did you learn from them?
Significant failures. It's trusting the wrong people and having the wrong people on your team. If you trust the wrong people and have the wrong people on your team, it can lead to various forms of collapses in business, in opportunities, in relationships. As an entrepreneur, you have to be able to understand the value that everybody is bringing to the table, irrespective of their levels, backgrounds, and their understanding. You make a friend that is a joker and put him on a serious board, he probably will crack jokes throughout the meetings and not accomplish much.
Yes. What do you wish you could have done differently in business?
I think what I wish I would have done differently was leverage. I started off all of my organizations alone, and it was a bit of a struggle. Sometimes if you set up with 2 people, you can travel much farther than if you did set up alone. So there are things that they would see that you wouldn't see. There are things that they would understand that you would understand. So I think if I was to, redo everything all over again, that I would probably, of course, leverage on various new relationships that I had found and bring in the right competent people to the table while starting a business.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. How can I access potential customers?
Potential customers are everywhere. First, you need to be in a country that has over 200 million people like Nigeria, and a population that is willing to buy just about anything. Think about anything. Nigerians will buy just about anything. There's a market for just about anything in Nigeria. Now, how do you access, get customers, potential customers? First, as a photographer, how would you? You have to be somebody that is very sociable. you have to be someone create that is also trustworthy. Because you see, in business, what we actually sell is actually trust. Now, I trust Chinese products to deliver excellent services for not more than 2 years. And I trust German products to deliver excellent services for 20 years. You see, there's a big difference.
Yes.
Now, it now matters to you what you are willing to pay. Do you want a 20 years experience, or do you want a 2 years experience? So if you can become someone that people can trust and you're sociable and friendly, then of course, that's the first initial stage. Because once you are a sociable person, that means you can approach just about anybody to introduce your product to. And two, you are also someone that they see and they can feel, people think they can trust you. And building that capacity is by being trustworthy in the little things. And that's one of the problems that Nigerians are having to pay today. You know, sometimes you can't trust just about anybody in this country. And that's why our manufacturing sector is being challenged to some level. So really, trust is what we sell.
How does a business look different now versus when you first started?
Oh, that is so different. The difference is so much. You know, I started off TGM with just 2 to 3 people. Today we have nearly 100 staff, if not over. So I can tell you very much that there's been so much growth. In 15 years, we've done so much. It was just one company. Now we're 7.
Wow.
We invested into various sectors.
So thank you, sir. My next question, how did you market your business when it was brand new, when you newly started?
When I started TGM, I initially didn't, unlike a lot of young people today, you see them, they print out complimentary cards and they say they are the managing director of the business. And I'm like, do you know what it means to be a managing director? I started off in TGM as a sales executive. And I printed a card and made my customers feel that I was reporting to somebody more superior. So and I wanted to make a good impression at my job. So people gave me that opportunity. Now, if I came in feeling, I've arrived, I'm the boss, I'm the man in charge, do you think people will give me that opportunity?
No.
They feel that there's a lot to take from me. So what I did was, I gave them the feeling. I gave them a good service, value service, and at the end of the day, they rewarded me by referring me to a lot of other people. Then over the years, some of them got to know that I was the brain behind the whole organization. And I've kept that as a strategy for myself. Not announcing so much. Let the product do the announcing for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
It's a pleasure.
My next question, have you ever taken out a business loan? Would you recommend it?
In the Nigerian system, in the normal books, a lot of people will tell you if you take out loans are good. But you need to understand how loans work. Even as we are in a system, the interest rates in Nigeria is 2 digits and can rise, and I see it rising to rates above 26% per annum. Now, if you did that, if you multiply that by 4, that's the value of the money you took a loan on. Now, personally, I do not suggest that people should start up businesses by taking a loan, because first, you're already in debt and you have not tested the waters to be sure that this business will be viable. So it's best you start off a business. You are better off trading shares, calling a few people together and say, you know what, you give me this value, let's set up this business, I will run it, then after a while I can buy back. You can just do some trade-off agreements. But if you start a business by going in debt, Even if you are able to service the capital, I've seen situations where Nigerian banks or some banks in general have decided to call back for the capital of the business, not even the interest. Maybe because the bank is going through some financial haze. At the end of the day, you are not able to meet up your financial expectations in general. And that can lead to collapse of business. So it's still not best to take out a loan when starting a business. But at some point, you will grow your business to need to take a loan. Sometimes you might take a loan because it's beneficial, because of its cash back opportunities. In an economy like this that we are in, you want to do more cash back investments to, to manage your financial demand, and do not grow too fast, because the faster you grow, you know the chances of your business being short-lived is also very high. So don't grow beyond your scope. Yeah.
Okay, my last question. What sacrifice will you advise I take in order to take my business to the next level?
Well, give it all the shots. You have to give it all the shots. Plan. A lot of young people don't plan out their lives, so they are not willing. I think, for me, I think it's more of killing self. If it's all about you, what you are going to get out of it, you're not going to get anything out of it. But if you can sacrifice me for everybody, then you get everything in return. So what's the sacrifice I'm talking about? Sacrificing your own benefits, not extremely at your own detriment. You need to be able to define and plan out what you want in life, what's most important to you in life, and go for it. All right.
That would be all. That is all my questions.
Oh, fantastic. It's been nice talking to you,
Yes, sir.
and I'm sure that there's a lot to learn. And of course, I want to say that this drive has just been absolutely fantastic. And of course, it would be nice to see some views from the Samsung device at some point. But it's a pleasure riding with you this afternoon, and I hope, and if there's any way you think I can help, please be in touch, and I'll be most excited to help you. Get
Thank
your
you very
business
much,
on
sir.
track. All right.
Under 40 CEOs, Drive Your Ambition, brought to you by Mitsubishi, shot on Samsung. Marsilia Motors, sole distributors of Mitsubishi Motors in Nigeria.